I will.
It's just gonna be the same video again. It's like,
See?
hey guys.
See? What does he do as soon as we start recording?
Hey guys. Glass. Sit. Down. Lay down. Nope. Lay down. Down. Bentley.
Get the microphone for you people unable to open your mouth all the way. You talk.
I'll
Jesus
open my
Christ.
butt in favor of my mouth. You
Wow. Now, Cody, that cut's a little too deep. You know that?
I wish it
That's a
did.
little too deep. Ricky, why don't you do the intro? It's always us.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another bourbon taste testing video.
You nailed it, dude.
Is this even is this even bourbon? I don't know.
This is video number 125 of we taste every single bourbon ever released on planet Earth series.
Yep. They've all been put into bourbon Glencairns and randomly.
I mean, well, that's disputed as to whether this is blind with a giant asterisk. I'm gonna have the word blind like size 14 font, and then I'm gonna have an asterisk that's size 44 font that takes up the whole screen.
Don't worry, I don't know. Wink, wink. What's in these glasses? Because I'm just going to not look at the glasses as I'm drinking them. That is the system we have come up with.
Precisely.
So I'll see what I can do about that.
Yeah.
I don't know which.
There's no way
bourbons are
to
here.
tell what's in this glass. So,
Cody,
what are we
why don't you
having?
tell us-
Are we going to talk about what we're having today, Cody, before we start drinking?
Nah, who cares?
Okay. I'm assuming it's these three right here,
Maybe.
sitting just off to the side, outside the camera
Maybe
view.
not. Who cares?
So we have Woodinville, 90 proof, straight bourbon whiskey. There you go. We've got, looks like 1792 small batch. And then Hirsch The Horizon straight bourbon whiskey. This one was 92 proof. What was this one? Basically 93 proof, I guess. Alright, Cody, is there a theme that unites these?
Just lower proof, like under $40.
Alright. Are these, 1792, everyone knows. What's Hirsch? I don't know anything about that one.
It's MGP.
MGP? Any of these? No, that's the only one, right? Okay.
MGP?
MG Mother Truckin'
Could you explain
P.
to the audience what that means, real quick?
Midwest Grain Products out of Indiana, distilling, an Indiana distiller of bourbon.
It's
Alright.
They'll
suspected
show up in multiple different forms.
and it's suspected MGP has its hands in probably more of the bourbons in the country, probably than any other distillery. But yeah, they're rarely labeled as such. Okay, everyone grab, Ricky, why don't you grab the glasses in front of you?
Okay. I've got glass number B.
What?
Shut up.
Are you starting at the left, though?
Shut up, bitch.
Are you starting
looks like
from
right.
the left?
Or
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ugh.
We have to do it in the same order if we're going to do it this cockamamie system you've conjured up.
Let's see. Smells kind of rye forward. It's rye spice, I think. Like dill, a lot of dill, I think.
Yeah. I noticed a dilly scent, and I was like, ew. I don't like that.
I kind of enjoy it,
hate
but
on dill so
it's a little forward on dill, but I still like it. I think it's pretty rye. I don't know what I'm talking about ever, but
Cody's had a few already, if you can't tell.
wow. Adrian's had a few shrimp cocktails, if you know what I mean.
His obsession with shrimp tonight is
Coconut shrimp
interesting.
platter.
This is my obsession.
I should somehow post that video I took earlier of your surprise for Ricky. It's just like the whole bottom half of the screen like blurred out.
Oh, well, a little bit of like
I get a little bit of
mint too.
A little brown sugar on the back. I mean, it's definitely not like all dill to me. It's like there's some sweetness that definitely comes in, some honey and brown sugar.
Okay. Like, surprised me a little bit right off the bat, but I think it was just the initial deal here. With the... no, come on, Ricky. It's the razzmatazz. This is how it goes.
It's the razzle-dazzle.
Now that I'm smelling it again, it's a little more minty.
Like, more like, like spearmint, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Let me taste it again. It's really weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. This one's shocking my taste buds. Like as the first one, I don't know if it's just because it's like the first one, or if it's because of the type or whatever. But first I thought it was just like, oh, there's a lot of dill. Now I'm not so sure. It doesn't just taste like a rye kind of.
It's
changing the more I smell it.
It's probably a fairly high rye bill. I mean, I would not go that far as to say it tastes like just a rye whiskey. This is, I mean, if it to the extent it did, it would be a very, very weak rye whiskey. But there are notes that share.
To the extent I'd call you a man, it'd be a very, very weak man.
Okay. Guess we're gonna be dealing with these comments all night. For some imagined slight hours ago.
Can't believe this.
Alright, I'm moving on to the middle one.
Yeah. It's alright.
As your initial impression, it's okay.
Yeah, to me it's
I'm
kind
very
of
confused.
It's kind of it's honestly like, I don't know, a little watered down. Just like the first one tastes to me. But.
Now I'm confused about this one. Definitely more bourbon-y, not as like minty rye right off the bat, but what am I actually smelling? This is a little more like, to me, like a little more.
I smell more corn.
More corn, like kind of candy-ish smelling than the other one.
That was a more pleasant to me.
Yeah. So it's a little less like minty, mentholy kind of. But
you like this smell more than the first one?
Mm-hmm.
I like the first one a lot more. I mean, I guess I am the guy that likes rye the most in the group, but this is like, to me, like bland, not dull.
I feel like this is like more of a
aroma-wise.
I'm not entirely sure. Might be making it up, but I feel like, I don't know.
Oh, there's where I keep.
It smells like more of like this is a bourbon that has a lot of rye in it, and the first one smells almost just kind of like a rye, almost to me. But I don't know. Let's try it.
This to me smells like just a plain bourbon. Tastes. There's a little bit of pepperiness in the taste, and there is a bit of a spice in there, I guess. But to me, I don't smell rye very much. But it's pretty much like corn and a little bit of pepper.
A little spice, a little corn, a little pepper.
Peppercorn, in fact, even.
A little rye spice to me. A little still a little dill, I think.
Of course, I have little black specks in mine, so maybe that literally is pepper.
It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah,
Mouthfeel's not too bad, I think. It's gonna be a situation where I gotta go A-B things, but I enjoy that. I think a little more than the first one. I'm not saying it was better, I just think I enjoy it more. I'm not sure, I'll have to go back around, but I'm gonna move to 3. Or
the one the furthest on the right, our right.
Ooh, that's
That is interesting.
Got more of them.
It's like a little more like sweet, I think. I'm not sure. Man, I don't know. I didn't come into this one trying to figure out which one was which, but now having gone
This is a little
through them all, I'm even more confused.
It's a little like caramely, maybe buttery. I like this more than the middle. There's a little more personality to it to me.
It smells even like a little more candy-ish than the last, I think. God damn, it's hard. Ugh. Yeah, I think. Let me switch it around a little bit. This one smells like the most like standard bourbon to me, like with the least amount of rye, I
More
guess.
than the middle one?
Yeah, I think it has the least amount of rye, I think. Least amount of like spiciness. Smells the most like candy-ish, I think. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't go so far as candy-like, but it's like sweeter, I guess. It's a little bit more corn, like again, it's still kind of corn syrup a little bit, but then it's not. The back end's more, to me, it's more deep, full, and it's like
no, it's hard. This is rough.
Caramelly a little bit.
It still also does have like a little background of like mintiness to me though.
I just smelled a little bit of.
I'm not sure.
A little bit of pepper.
Which is weird. You know.
I'm not getting mint on either of the middle or right one at all. I could see the argument for the first one, but it's more spearmint, sweet, almost cinnamon.
I'm gonna try to do my most like. Not trying to think of what is a what kind of thing and try to think of what I enjoy the most. But it's really hard. These are all kind of...
Well, I hope so. Good. We're 20 videos in at this point.
Well, fuck you too, baby boy. I didn't taste it yet.
So? You're not my master? God.
Shall I, sir? Almost get.
I get a little bit of hay.
God damn it!
There's a spiciness to it
my face.
that wraps around the sides of my tongue, and like those taste buds are lighting up.
I like it better than the second one. I think it's probably my favorite one.
It almost gives me like a little bit of a not mint really, but like a.
Specks in it too.
Like a mentholy kind of like overall taste is the biggest thing I think that I'm taking
so far,
and smelling from it and going back to the smell.
So far I would agree that this is like probably the most flavorful of the three. But we'll see when we go back through.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know that I'd say it's the most flavorful. I get like kind of sweet menthol, whatever the frick flavor that it's not really mint straight up, but
I mean, I get what you're saying with menthol. I know one of my friends hates the way we use the word menthol.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know it's not frickin' tasting like a cigarette, you know? Like, it's not the idea. The idea is like, it's like a spice that has a certain tone to it. Yeah, it's like it's
that thing that we
like
call I call it like three different flavors between mint, menthol, and eucalyptus, and I just don't know.
And it's like an airiness. It's kind of an airy spice flavor of like leafy.
It's like a leafy, minty palate cleansing, fresh kind of.
Yeah,
I think
it's more on the side of to clarify what you just said. Like, the words you use to describe it, I don't necessarily disagree with. I would say that to me that's not very minty in this case. So it's like more. I'll go more with menthol, but
I think I almost taste. I don't know. Again, I'm not good at this. I won't pretend that I am. But I almost think there's like some kind of taste that I find that I don't love in some rare bourbons, and I associate it as being like an anise flavor, you know, like a black licorice-y kind of flavor. I think I get some of that on this one, but I might be pulling that out of my ass too.
That's okay. We're not above pulling things out of our ass on this show.
Yeah.
I get a little.
Just wait for the bonus finish.
Get just a tiny bit of oak. By the way, that really came out when I smelled it again just now.
Let's take a little break and let's go back around, baby.
Let's do it.
Boy.
Let's go back to it.
It must be pooping time. I'm getting kisses all over today.
Which order are we going?
Right to left?
It's up to you.
Sure.
Oh no.
I don't think we've ever, like, all three of us snaked it before, so why don't we do that?
Alright.
Wow, I smell like... almost like a chocolate now.
Like a chocolate cake. Maybe
Like
German
Texas chocolate. No,
Texas
it's a Texas chocolate sheet. Is like what but it's so it's like almost like sweeter, and there's like almost like a cinnamon to it, or a caramel maybe.
Yeah, maybe mostly with the like icing that goes on a German chocolate cake, more so than the chocolate part itself. For me, I don't get a whole lot of chocolate itself, but.
And now that I'm tasting it, I got a lot more dried fruit on this sip than the first time.
Not sure how much I like it or not.
Yeah, won't be able to say until I get the other two now. But
It's really hard
it's
for
different
me.
than my first impression, for sure.
It's really like annoying because like, you know, I've had all these and I've determined one that I'm like, I really didn't like that. Now I'm just like, I don't which one's which.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, that's just like annoying because I'm like, I've drank like half a bottle of one. And I'm like, oh, this new one, ew, I don't like it. And now I'm like, which one's which? I don't know. Do I like that one? I don't know. Maybe I like it.
Just forget.
I have.
Your past
I
experience.
have.
Yeah.
I haven't been thinking about it. This time is like the only. But okay, I'm going to 2. I don't know what that smells like in comparison to the other ones, frankly, but it's definitely different. Yeah, I still get like that same like anise menthol-y on 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say like candy cane.
On 2 is more.
The second one, the middle one.
2 is more.
Yeah, I think we said spearmint for the first time.
I almost get more like. Yeah, it's more like standard bourbon with this one. I enjoy it a little more. Like a little cinnamon, vanilla, maybe a little chocolate, I think. Man, I don't know. A little bit of fruitiness, but I'm not sure what fruit. I'm gonna taste it.
Yeah, the middle one to me smells sweeter. The one on the right to me has more of an oak note to the aroma. As far as taste. Do you know how long these are aged?
They're probably all like
6 years maybe?
probably like 4 to 6. I enjoy this, I think, more than I enjoy the last one.
This one tastes the newest to me. The greenest, as they say.
Okay, I'm getting a little more on that sip. Like, I could see it being like pretty young, like you said, but get like a lot of the typical bourbon, you know, caramel, vanilla, little oak, but I'm also getting the rye, a lot of the rye spices on the back end.
Oh, really?
And the dill. I am. For like a standard bourbon, I am getting a lot of it, I think.
Oh,
See, this
I was like
this,
so subdued for me. I don't know.
this one tastes so
compared to-
young to me, and then it goes into a little bit of a sweetness in the back end with a little bit of spice. I don't taste as much rye as you do, clearly, but
I do. I get like the dill, particularly. I think.
there's some
Let me
dill.
get a 1.
It's not completely crazy.
See, like initially, for whatever reason, this smelled like really rye forward to me for no reason. I don't get that now. I don't know about you guys. I don't really get any rye smell off of this one. I just get like sweet candy, kind of almost.
It's much sweeter.
God, it's just so hard to like not like associate things that you've already like associated things with. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make, you know, like you've had a bourbon. You're like, oh my god, it's this weird taste or smell, and then it's like hard to like smell it and be like, You know.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why I keep my. You guys
So I'm trying not to do that.
Aware of what it is that I'm bringing.
I'm trying not to do that, and I've messed up almost every time that I've thought like, oh, it's this thing that I've always thought was so good. But it does. It smells. I don't get any of like the mintiness or anything off of this one. I don't think. I think it's just. I don't know. I get sweetness, like kind of like.
There's a bit of a spice on the back end when you actually drink it.
Let me see.
But it doesn't. It's not the explosion of spice I remember the first time.
It's almost like.
Man.
It smells like a little stronger than the taste. I feel like. It's enjoyable. I feel
there's just a little bit of an alcohol heat on this one too, and I know they're all almost the same proof.
Excuse me. Yeah, that one. At least for me, it's just like burns my tongue.
So,
Like,
having
unlike the other two that don't do that.
that's a little hot, sure. Having gone back through, I would say it's actually like kind of progressing in order from like the initial way we tasted it with like regular bourbon to more rye. To me, it's like this first one, the one that we ended on, is the least amount of rye to me. It's like most like candy, just regular bourbon, and then this one is like kind of got a decent amount of rye, and then this third one is like really rye to me. But I gotta sample again, just to me. But I think I'm not sure which one I like. I don't know. That first one is I would say it was probably the hottest.
Yeah.
Most ethanol-y forward, but
Which one? First one on the far left.
yeah, but I would say that one's the most like just standard, like least amount of rye, and I would say that one to me gives me banana. Makes me think of banana. Now I gotta go back through. That was just I was focusing on that left one.
This is like really a toss-up at the moment for me. God, I don't know how I'm gonna rank these. Really don't.
Yeah, these are it's tough competition.
Yeah, they're on that 30 to 40, I think, price range. So that's what I always try to do. I try to get like the proof similar and the price range similar, because you know. But I'm not done yet. I'm going back for the rightmost glass here. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like it's sweet and
Hold on a second, Cody.
there's no like flavors that like
Wait.
Dog's gonna.
He's trying to be dainty. He's like, you're so considerate, Bentley. Or maybe it's just because I didn't fill your bowl. Go to hell. That Chattanooga, Adrian, I swear
Like, why did you even leave the bowl, dude?
just
He
eat it.
left, walked over to the computer,
He
and
was-
came back.
He was like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Okay, is your video done? Okay, cool.
He hasn't had water out of that bowl this entire time we've been down here since we got back. 3 times in this video, he's been over there. I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
You want attention. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Anyways,
Are you guys ready to?
let me.
I'm picking the one I like the most. I know is I like it for flavors that it should not be liked for, because it tastes the youngest to me. But
Give me a couple
I
seconds.
like it the most. So
Ooh. Yeah, that first one's a hot girl. Woo! You're under 100 proof, you bitch. You ain't got no right to be like this to me. I didn't do it. It was Adrian. He stole your girl.
Adrian.
Don't get hot on me. I didn't do it. Look at him.
I ate that coconut shrimp platter, dude.
He gobbled that much. Mm-hmm.
You good?
I'm good.
Well, one thing I want to
Mr.
say is, would you guys agree that the one on the left is least like the other two, middle and right, are kind of more like each other than the one on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
It's really hard. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to think while I go, or do you want?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. For me, left is my favorite. Right is my second favorite. Middle last. Ricky.
Mine is just this order from right to left. This is my favorite.
Which one?
The one
On the right. This is his favorite.
Really?
Middle one is my second, and this one's my third.
Rick and I, we have a long history of picking opposite first and last somehow.
We all do. We all somehow pick because we're doing it again.
It's like the burning stuff. I don't care for that.
So, it was very, very, very difficult.
This was hard. This was difficult.
Very, very. Two of them were very difficult for me.
Which two?
The left and the middle. I think I'm with you. I think I picked the leftmost one first, and I think I picked the middlemost one second, and the third one was the one that I didn't care for.
Okay.
It was very mentholy anise, I think. I'm still trying to figure out what that flavor is that I don't like, because I got it on that goddamn the 1792 weeded that you brought, and I was like, ah. It's like a
could be wheat itself. Possibly. I assume it would be trace amounts.
Something that comes along with the ryes, but not like, I like ryes. I like heavily ryed bourbons. Mm-hmm. Some flavor with that I just don't. I think I know which ones are which. But
well, what's your guess?
I tried not to think about that.
Do you want to not even say, or?
My guess was the one on the left was the 1792. The one in the middle was the Hirsch, and the one on the right was the Wilderness, or the
Woodinville.
Woodinville.
All right, Ricky, give us the reveal here.
Okay, yeah. So, yep. So, this one is Woodinville. This one is Hirsch, the middle.
That's exactly what Cody said.
Yep. 2 is 17.
But I seriously, this time, I tried not to just, think of it.
Well, does that line up with what you thought prior to, what you tasted them on your own? Does that line up to your same thoughts that you would have ranked
pretty much, but I think I would have put the Hirsch above the 1792. So,
okay.
No.
So you picked 1792 first, but before tonight you would have said Hirsch would have been first, probably.
But it was very close, though, to be fair. But yeah, no. Which, again, all these were in that. I think the Woodinville's probably more. If you don't get it on sale, maybe. It's maybe like 40. Yeah, I just remember trying the Woodinville and being like, ugh, I hate this. This is not for... But obviously that didn't happen with the taste off. I did pick it last, but didn't stand out as this one's bad. This one's last. I had to think about it.
Yeah.
So I guess I should have a couple more glasses, but I didn't love it. I just tasted that mentholy kind of the thing that I always describe as not that, but the thing that I always describe as it's like wallpaper paste that you pasted on with toothpaste. It's kind of the same thing that I describe horseradish almost. It's like that kind of weird
You are describing quite the panoply of divergent flavors. I don't know how to reconcile
that. It's that weird spicy
horseradish, toothpaste, black licorice.
Yeah, it's like that spicy minty kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's some flavor, and I think it's anise with that one, and with the 1792 weeded, and a couple others that I've had. I think that's what it is, but I don't know. I didn't love it though, but like I said, in the taste off, it didn't do that badly. And
they were all very close. It was hard to pick.
That was
to me,
when I went back around when I first started.
I'm a little worried that am I becoming that guy? Because I think I've done this now in 3 videos where I've picked the one that stood out the most of the 3. Not necessarily. To me, it was like, you know, you and I went back through these like 5 times, and it was like really hard to like separate them in my mind, but like it's easy to separate the one that tastes the least like the others, right? So like, is that why I'm picking it? But I really feel like I liked it more. It's like one of those
That
hard
one
judgment calls.
might have been though, because like I said, it definitely tastes more so like a rye than the others.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that Hirsch, it's a high rye, so I feel like it had a lot of rye flavor. But that one was the one that had the more minty kind of thing going on that I've gotten from ryes more frequently. So that probably would be the one that you picked, I think.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't blame you on that. Yeah, when I went back through, it was like, this is like the first time I didn't really think about like, there are these 3 in here, which one's which. I always do that, and I don't try to, but I always do it. I'm always like, because, you know, I'm like, I love the Jack Daniels, which one's it? Banana? I love that one!
Yeah.
And it's like, it's hard not to like try to, because to be fair, I have like tasted, you know, I've had like half a bottle of it, and I've already kind of made up my mind about what I like, and it's pretty fair because I've drank it. It's not like, you know. But yeah, this one I didn't do that, and like I didn't, man, like it was hard to tell at first, but then going back through it, that first one was definitely like, I definitely got the banana and candy, which is definitely that 1792. Pour the next batch. That was fun actually.
It was, but let's give our tongues a break and we'll come back to this.
I'll give my tongue a break by tasting booty chocolate.
My booty chocolate.